Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. Today, a pair of Pac-12 teams getting set to square off in a game that could have season-long implications. And the Warhawks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Huskies offense will take the first swing of the game. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. You throw that guy the ball.
Just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits and makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
31-yard line. Now, about 4-10.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. They'll try the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Back to pass, it's Judovsky. Lofts one high and deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Huskies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So UL Monroe's offense will go to work for the first time today. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You've got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered in.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pulls it and fires to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Clay. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And that's why everybody in college football is trying to recruit athletes like this to play the 4-3 defensive end position. You can find guys that can stop the run at defensive end, but how many are excellent pass rushers? How many have all the tools in their toolbox like this guy does? Not many.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down and brings up third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Washington sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Off the boot, looking for his man. It's complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Warhawks are flying down the field. They'll go to the ground. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to pass. It's Clay. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And he was able to get back on top of it. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Coming after it.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. Makes life really easy on me on second down.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run for it. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. At the 40, there he goes. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Tag! Touchdown, Warhawks! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Pocket starts to collapse. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. A quick pass to the left.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field, it's Judovsky. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Finds his tight end. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He's not afraid to go deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Huskies. A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And it's up and no good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
It's been the buzz of college football all week, fellas, and it's finally here. An update on that top 5 battle. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but it's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top
And it's picked off.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. And great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to throw, it's Judovsky. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. Give to the single back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw, it's Clay. Makes his connection. Running into the open space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
The Warhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Uncorks one. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll throw it from the red zone. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Warhawks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, UL Monroe.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. you want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Time to take a shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Running back goes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Huskies! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Warhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Quarterback checking off. They'll go to the toss. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to try to get it himself. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Huskies with the 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quick release by the QB. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Huskies are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Washington! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense set on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And now on 2nd down for this offense. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Clay. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The quick out. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Offense working from the pistol. Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year.
Touchdown, Warhawks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The pulls and fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Finds the tight end. Strong, firm tackle.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points and get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Washington. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Florida. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A touchdown here on 3rd and... Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Clay. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And the ball slipped out. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The aerial assault continues. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the score.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them and absolutely